Hi, I'm Marie Hejl. Welcome to Cooking with Marie. Today we're doing Meat Series 2 and we're going to be making a sirloin steak, also some roasted red potatoes and some steamed broccoli. So we've got a whole meal, but the big focus of course is going to be on this wonderful lean cut of meat, a sirloin steak. So let's get started with the potatoes because they do take the longest to cook. They take about 20 to 25 minutes. I have my oven preheating at 450 degrees and I've got some nice red potatoes here washed and I've already quartered some. So if you quarter them in advance, you'll want to just go ahead and put them in some water, and I put a little salt in there and you can just keep them in the refrigerator and that'll keep them from turning brown on you, so you can do a little bit ahead of time. Now we've got a few more to do here, so I'm going to do that. I'll go ahead and drain this water out. There, lost a potato. All right, so all I did was have a little paring knife like this, and you're just going to quarter these. And if you see kind of a stem like that, you can cut that right off. There we go. And I'm trying to have them in somewhat uniform size so they'll cook nice and evenly. But red potatoes, they do vary in size, so you can't always, it's not going to be always like this one. Obviously is a lot bigger than this one, but that's okay. It's not a problem. Once you quarter them, they will cook nice and evenly. And I just love roasted potatoes, and we're going to add all we're going to do is add some fresh herbs and some olive oil and salt and pepper, and that's all you have to do. So this is a great side dish. It's much easier than mashed potatoes. You don't have to peel anything. It's easier, than scalloped potatoes and a lot less fattening. So this is a great dish to have kind of as your go-to side dish if you need to make some a side dish for a meat dish like we're going to be doing today. Oops. And actually having the peel on there is quite healthy. That's where you get a lot of your vitamins and fiber. And it adds some beautiful color. I love the way the red potatoes look once they're broiled, or actually roasted in this case. We're not using the broiler, we're baking, and it's at 450 degrees. So, all right, these are almost done. Got one more. And this should be plenty for 2 people. This what I'm serving here today is really a dinner for 2. You could always do less if you're just, want dinner for 1. I know that happens a lot. Sometimes you just want to come home and, fix a nice hearty meal, or maybe you want to fix for 2, or maybe you've got 4. And this can be easily expanded, add a few more steaks, a few more potatoes. It's one of those meals you can really work with just by doubling the quantity or reducing it. Or what I suggest is just go ahead and make the whole thing and then the next have leftovers. I mean, that's always good, especially with these steaks that we're making today. You can slice them up and you can toss them in the pan and warm them up and then maybe make like a little cheesesteak sandwich or something. Really good. Okay, so we've got this going here. I'm going to toss a little olive oil in with the potatoes, just like that. It's great. And we'll do a little salt and pepper. And I've got some lovely sea salt here, which is not too salty. That's a great flavor. And then some fresh ground black pepper. And the final thing we're going to add is some fresh herbs. And my favorite herb combination is rosemary and thyme. I think they go really well together. So that's what I have here, and you can buy fresh herbs usually just at your grocery store. And what I actually did for the rosemary, just went outside. It grows like a weed here in Texas, and we always have some growing outside in a pot or in our garden. And so I just clipped a few sprigs, washed it really well, and that's ready to go. So I'm going to just kind of pull off some of these rosemary twigs or sprigs. So we can cut them. Ooh, there we go. You're probably going for about, not too much. Rosemary can be a little bit overwhelming, so something maybe about half a tablespoon or so of rosemary. What I am going to do is try to pick out some of these thicker stem pieces, because rosemary does tend to have a thick stem. So we're going to take those out, and I'll mince it just a little bit more. Oop, there's a big stem. There's another one. There we go. Mince that a little bit more. Love this new knife I have. It works so well. Okay, that's great. And we will just toss that right in with the potatoes. Now I'll do some thyme. And if you don't have time to make it to the grocery store to get these herbs, salt and pepper and olive oil is really actually just a great flavor in itself. So don't feel, I know a lot of times getting fresh herbs can kind of slow you down. So don't worry about that. And or if you have some dried herbs, you could use that too. It's always an option. I tend to like fresh, a lot more flavor and color. So that